Rosatom DG Alexei Likhachev meets Chief Advisor. Bangladesh looks forward to expanding peaceful nuclear cooperation with Russia, says Professor Mohammed Yunus. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres arrives on 13th March on a 4-day visit to Bangladesh. United Nations will sensitize international community to support Bangladesh on Rohingya issue, Secretary-General hopes in his letter to the Chief Advisor. Mahfouz Alam, New Information and Broadcast Ministry Advisor. New student front titled Bangladesh Ganotantrik Chhatro Shangshad emerges today. Abu Bakr Mozumdar, convener, and Member Secretary Zahid Hassan. Former Law Minister Anisul Haq and former IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun in remand again in a separate killing case in Jatrabari. 59 Palestinians died inside Israeli prisons. Hamas shares progress relating to release of 620 Palestinian prisoners. And in Lahore, England is batting with a 326-run target to win against Afghanistan in the ICC Champions Trophy. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to News at 10. I'm Mahmoud Rahman. Those were the headlines. Let's move on now to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammed Yunus said Bangladesh looks forward to expanding cooperation in nuclear energy, focusing on shared interests and advancements in peaceful nuclear technology. The Chief Advisor said this when Director General of State Corporation for Nuclear Energy, Rosatom of the Russian Federation, Alexei Likhachev, met him at the State Guest House, Jamuna, today. During the meeting, they mostly focused on the continuing collaboration between Bangladesh and Russia in the development of the Rooppur Nuclear Power Plant, RNPP, a landmark project aimed at enhancing Bangladesh's energy security through nuclear energy. During the discussions, Chief Advisor Professor Yunus appreciated Rosatom's continued support in the construction of the plant and laid emphasis on the timely completion of the project with a view to meeting Bangladesh's growing energy needs. Director General Likhachev shared updates on the RNPP, emphasizing that the construction work is progressing as planned, with multiple milestones having already been achieved. He informed the Chief Advisor that the dry run of the project is going on, while the test run will commence soon. He also assured that Rosatom remains committed to facilitating the successful completion of the project with a strong focus on safety, quality and compliance with international standards. Both sides discussed the merit of revising the Intergovernmental Credit Agreement, IGCA, by extending the credit utilization period until the end of 2026. In this respect, the two sides agreed to sign Protocol Number 2 to the IGCA shortly, while complying with all the necessary formalities. Both parties also emphasized the importance of continued cooperation in areas such as staff training, safety protocols and knowledge transfer to ensure the long-term success of the project. Among others, Principal Secretary to the Chief Advisor, Sirajuddin Mia, Senior Secretary of the Ministry of Science, Technology, Mohammad Mukabbir Hussain, and ERD Secretary, Mohammad Shahryar Qadir Siddiqui, Russian Ambassador to Bangladesh, Alexander Kozin, Deputy Chairman of the Federal Environmental, Industrial and Nuclear Supervision Service, Alexei Ferapontov, and Project Director of Rooppur NPP, Alexei Deriev, were present at the meeting. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammed Yunus said Bangladesh wants a special relationship with Germany in an effort to deepen trade and investment ties with Europe's largest economy. The Chief Advisor made the comments when a commissioner of the German government, Zara Brunn, called on him at the State Guest House Jamuna in Dhaka today. During the talks, the Chief Advisor praised the German people and the German economy, saying the country has been the leader in many areas, including heavy industry, in the world. Zara Brunn, who is visiting the country to learn more about social business and microcredit, lauded the leadership of Professor Yunus, saying Bangladesh would prosper during his tenure. Professor Yunus said the interim government was likely to hold elections by the end of this year. He sought German help to implement the reform agenda of the interim government. They also discussed the 3-0 movement launched by Professor Yunus, social businesses, poverty reduction measures and future of welfare state. United Nations UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres will undertake an official visit to Bangladesh from 13th to 16th March, his office confirmed. The visit follows an invitation from Chief Advisor Professor Mohammed Yunus, according to a press release issued by the Bangladesh Permanent Mission in UN received on Wednesday. The invitation was handed over by Dr. Khalilur Rahman, High Representative of the Chief Advisor on the Rohingya issue and priority matters, during his meeting with the Secretary-General on February 7th in New York, said the release. United Nations UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has said that the UN would continue to mobilize the international community to support Bangladesh as a host to the forcibly displaced Rohingyas. In a letter to Chief Advisor Professor Mohammed Yunus on February the 25th, Guterres said he shared the Bangladesh Chief Advisor's concerns regarding the impact of the Rohingya crisis on Bangladesh and the region, as well as the worsening humanitarian situation in Rakhine. He will continue to exercise his good offices, including through his special envoy on the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, to work closely with regional actors, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, and other stakeholders towards a political solution to the crisis in Myanmar, including creating conditions conducive to the safe and voluntary return of the Rohingya to Rakhine, the letter read. The UN chief said he has requested his senior managers to provide guidance to the United Nations country teams in Bangladesh and Myanmar on how we can maximize humanitarian aid and livelihood support to communities in Rakhine. He assured that the United Nations would prioritize engagement on this issue, including through the Emergency Relief Coordinator and the Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator in Myanmar, to enable safe, rapid, sustained and unhindered humanitarian access to those in need in Rakhine and throughout Myanmar. Guterres hoped that the high-level conference on the situation of Rohingya Muslims and other minorities in Myanmar would be an opportunity to galvanize renewed global attention and contribute to developing a wider range of solutions for Rohingya and other minorities. The UN Secretary-General reiterated the strong solidarity of the United Nations with Bangladesh and its support for the transition process under the leadership of Professor Yunus. Advisor Mohammad Mahfouz Alam has been given the charge of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting following resignation of Mohammad Nahid Islam. Nahid Islam resigned from the post of Information Advisor yesterday to lead a political party to be formed by the leaders of anti-discrimination student movement. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammed Yunus has given the charge to Mahfouz Alam. The Cabinet Division has issued a notification in this regard today. The government has taken additional steps to beef up security and to bolster law and order situation. Official sources said more checkposts have been added alongside increasing number of patrol units of armed forces. More combined units are engaged in combing operations, they added. Advisor for the Home Affairs, Lieutenant General retired Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhry, visited different checkposts and Thana in the capital today. More patrol units will cover Tongi, Bosila, Keraniganj, Munshiganj, alongside different nook and corners of Dhaka. At least 500 APBN members will work in different DMP units shortly. Steps will be taken to combat lies, smear campaigns and propaganda to bolster law and order situation. The Appellate Division has granted leave to appeal hearing again regarding Jamaat-e-Islami leader ATM Azharul Islam's death sentence in the case filed on charges of crimes against humanity. The hearing will be held at the Appellate Division on April the 22nd. The Appellate Division, led by Chief Justice Dr. Syed Rifat Ahmed, gave the order during a hearing on the review petition today. On December the 30th in 2014, the International Crimes Tribunal sentenced ATM Azharul Islam to death. He appealed against the verdict on January the 20th in 2015. On October the 31st in 2019, a 4-member Appellate Division bench led by the then Chief Justice Syed Mahmood Hussain upheld the death sentence of ATM Azharul Islam. The full verdict of the Appellate Division was published on March the 15th in 2020. The fascist Hasina government had created many beasts in human form through extrajudicial killings, enforced disappearances, murders and a culture of impunity. One of them is RAB company commander Alep Uddin. This notorious rapist, disguised in RAB uniform, had even gained infamy within the force itself as a target shooter. The International Crimes Tribunal has found proof of enforced disappearance, rape and torture against Alep Uddin. The most heinous act committed by this Alep Uddin was that he threatened the wife of an enforced disappearance victim and raped her multiple times during the month of Ramadan after forcing her to break her fast. Despite Alep's involvement in killings, rapes and enforced disappearances, Sheikh Hasina had awarded him the President Police Medal and the Bangladesh Police Medal. Crime experts and security analysts think that ensuring the highest punishment for Alep Uddin is crucial to prevent the emergence of such monsters in uniform of the law enforcement agencies in the future. For the past 1.5 decades, Sheikh Hasina had used monsters like Alep Uddin to oppress the people. Though Alep has been arrested, his mentor, the infamous butcher of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, has fled the country. People want Sheikh Hasina be brought back to the country as soon as possible and ensure her trial. The court has granted 6 days remand to former Law Minister Anisul Haq in 2 separate murder cases of Jatrabari police station. At the same time, in one of this murder case, the court gave permission to quiz former IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, taking him on 3-day remand. Other accused, including Anisul Haq, were produced in the court today. Later, police sought 8 days remand for Anisul and 3 days remand for Mamun. The court gave the order after hearing. Besides, 9 individuals, including former Social Welfare Minister Nuruzzaman Ahmed, were shown arrested in several separate cases of Jatrabari police station. The other accused shown arrested are former Education Minister Dr. Deepu Moni, Salman F. Rahman, former IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, former Law Minister Anisul Haq, former OC of Gulshan Police Station Mazharul Islam, former Parliament member Ali Azam Mukul, Abdullah Al Islam Jacob and Haji Muhammad Selim. Bangladesh Bank Governor Dr. Ahsan H. Mansoor informed that the central bank is working to bring back people's confidence in banking sector to strengthen country's economy. He said this while speaking at a press briefing at the central bank headquarters in the capital today. According to the latest Bangladesh Bank report, the aggregate deposits within the banks rose by 345.17 billion taka to over 17.77 trillion taka by the end of December 2024. As of yesterday, Dr. Mansoor said that Bangladesh's gross foreign exchange reserves crossed $26 billion, which was over $21 billion. He informed that non-performing loans, NPLs, reached a record 3,45,764 crore taka at the end of December last year. The Bangladesh Bank Governor said the rise in NPLs is largely due to a long-standing lack of transparency in reporting, bad loans and changes in loan classification policies. The governor noted that with this new policy, NPLs are expected to rise even further in the months ahead. Bangladesh Standards and Testing Institute, BSTI, will launch anti-adulteration drives from the first day of the upcoming Ramadan. As many as 3 mobile courts will launch the drives every day in the capital. In addition, more than 1 court will do it at district and upazila levels. Industries advisor Adilur Rahman Khan said this at a press conference in the Industries Ministry today. It was revealed at the press conference that the BSTI has collected 737 samples of iftar and sehri items from open markets. Of them, tests of 559 items have been completed and 49 items found low standard, including ghee, fruits drink, salt, mustard oil, puffed rice, lacha semai and spices. The industry's advisor said a total of 471 mobile courts were launched in the last 4 months and 428 cases were filed and 3 persons jailed. In addition, 23 outlets were sealed off. Adilur Rahman Khan said during the upcoming drives there will be coordinations with the Directorate of Consumers' Rights Protection and Food Safety Authority. Chief Advisor's Senior Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam has said that the interim government is being forced to increase taxes to manage various unplanned projects initiated by the previous government. He made the remarks this morning at an event organised by the Development Journalists Forum of Bangladesh at the Planning Commission Auditorium. Shafiqul Alam mentioned that discussions are underway with foreign companies regarding the extraction of the country's mineral resources. The Press Secretary also said that the interim government has brought the struggling economy to a better position within 6 months. He alleged that there has been massive looting in the construction of model mosques across the country. Shafiqul Alam assured that commodity prices would remain stable during the holy month of Ramadan. While speaking about the law and order situation, he stated that steps have been taken for improvement of the current situation. He also expressed hope that law and order would return to normal soon. Coordinators of Students Against Discrimination have emerged with a new organisation, Ganotantrik Chhatra Sangshad GCS. Abu Bakr Mozumdar will serve as convener of the new organisation. Tawhid Mohammad Siam, Zahid Hassan, Rifat Rashid and Tahmid Al-Mudassir Chaudhry will serve as office bearers. Ashrafa Khatun has been nominated as spokesperson of this new organisation. GCS made itself public via a press conference at Modhur Canteen of Dhaka University. Former coordinators of Students Against Discrimination, Abdul Qadir and Abu Bakr Mozumdar, shared written statement with the press. Abdul Qadir has been nominated as Dhaka University Unit Convener. Other Dhaka University Unit office bearers are Limon Mahmood Hassan, Mohir Alam, Al-Amin Sharkar and Hasibullah Islam. Rafia Rehnuma will serve as Dhaka University Unit GCS spokesperson. Meanwhile, a group of private university students staged rally in Dhaka University campus against formation of Ganotantrik Chhatra Sangshad without their participation.
কি হইছে লক্ষ্মী মায়ের ধমকাইতেছো কেন
লক্ষ্মী না চাই প্রত্যেক বেলা খাবার নিয়ে ঝামেলা করে
কথাটা ঠিক না আমি কইছি পচাবাসি খাবার আমি খাবো না
ভাইজান কি করমু কও প্রত্যেক বেলা নতুন নতুন রাঁধুনের সময় কই তাই এক বেলা রাঁধি দুই বেলা খাই
একবার রান্না করে দুই বেলা খাইতেই পারো কিন্তু রান্না করা খাবার ভালোভাবে সংরক্ষণ করে খাইতে হইব
সেটা আবার কেমনে
রান্না করা খাবার স্বাভাবিক তাপমাত্রায় 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রাখা যাইব না 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রান্না করা খাবার খাওয়ার আগে আবার ভালো কইরা গরম করে নিতে হইব
মামা তুমি মাইরে কও তোমার পরামর্শ মাইনা চলতে
ঠিক আছে রে মা আর কইতে হইব না
পচাবাসি খাবার খেলে অসুখ হবে সবাই বলে সুস্থ দেহ যদি চাই টাটকা